Today let's play a game of Would You Rather. Hey, it's Tim, Pickup Truck Plus Chevy Talk. I have two 2025 models. I have Tahoe. I have Suburban. I priced them online. Build and price is not available as of this video. Looked at 2024 model year, and they're about $80,000 each. So would you rather do the Tahoe in C71 with the new LZ0 Duramax diesel, or the Suburban in the Premier package with the 5.3 liter V8. In this video, I'm gonna do a walk around both of them. We'll talk about engines. We'll talk about a little bit about what you get in each vehicle. We'll talk about interiors. That one's got a white interior. That's got a dark interior. And then I got my handy dandy tape measure. Oh yeah! We'll figure out which one can hold a 4x8 sheet of plywood, because I know that's the top question for these vehicles. Let's go ahead and check this thing out right now. Okay, let's start with the exterior of these. They're both running, by the way, so you can hear the engines. I want to make sure that I put that in the camera, because this is a big concern with the diesels. It's going to rumble, it's going to be a loud diesel. Well, I happen to own that one in a 2023 model year Silverado 1500, so I can speak to that diesel quite a bit, and that's the tried and true 5.3 liter V8 engine. So let's talk with the exterior. You can see the differences. Z71, this is the off-road trim of the Tahoe. That means red toe hooks, it means skid plates, more off-road tires, a little bit different design. We have some really rugged off-road step rails as well. And then we have the blacked out bow tie. In this case, we have the Premier. Now the Premier is a step down from the High Country, which is their most luxurious trim, right, of Chevrolet. You have to go Denali, you have to go GMC to go Denali for that kind of trim. So this is the Premier. It's a little bit step down. Again, I priced these out with the 2024 model year pricing, having about $1,000 difference. It's interesting, the diesel, most people think is really expensive. It's a big diesel. That's the case in heavy duties. In this case, it's only about $1,000 more. So not a big deal in that situation. And in some trims of the Tahoe and Suburbans, and in the Silverados, to speak more clearly to them, the diesel is the standard engine choice. Differences. Okay, we have chrome here. We have the chrome and different styles of front fascia. The front fascia has changed in the 2025 model year. I did a walk around months ago on this, so I can put that video above. We moved the fog lamps. See them over here in the corner there, and over there, they're more inside the grill area. So differences there. What's nice is here you can tell, see that little dink right there with that bumper, that front fascia? So that's coming up more. That allows more ground clearance when you're off-roading. See, when this comes down, see it's got that little drop flap there? That's gonna have reduced, we call it approach angle, which is the angle you're approaching the vehicle, obstacle at. You can see the differences there. So come around here, and we'll have, again, this is running. One of the things with this 3 liter inline 6 twin turbo engine is when it came out in 2022 model year, it was very quiet. This is the LZ0, next generation of this engine. The LM2 was the 2020 to 2022 model year, 2023 and forward LZ0. And then this is the 5.3 liter V8. But you know what? I got some notes, handy dandy notes. So let's check out the differences. So this LZ0 turbo diesel, it's available on LT, RST, Z71, and Premier and High Country, all trims. 495 foot-pounds of torque with this. It's got 10% more horsepower than the prior generation, and it's available for the Z71 for the first time. Late availability. The reason why it was they didn't design it right for the cooling lines for the diesel to work with the off-road trim package. Now this 5.3 liter V8 over here, 355 horsepower, 383 foot-pounds of torque, and it's both are mated to a 10-speed automatic transmission. There is a 6.2 liter. It's 420 horsepower, 440 foot-pounds of torque. It's available on the RST, Z71, High Country, and Premier. So the interesting part with the 6.2 liter V8 is that it requires premium fuel. So if you think about it, if you put premium fuel in a 6.2 liter and you put diesel in this, the price to fill up is about the same. Now this 5.3 liter takes about 87 octane, 85 depending where you're living, the mid-grade octane. And so you have some differences there in that. Fuel economy, the diesel is getting a lot better fuel economy than this. I think the numbers are about 6 miles per gallon difference. You can blow me up in the comments, but I think that's what if I recall off the top of my head. So you get a better fuel economy. Pricing the same with the 6.2 liter as far as the premium fuel and the better performance. This has a lot of torque at a low RPM, which means if you step on it off the line, you will feel like you're a rocket ship. This one will be a little more sluggish offline with a 5.3 liter. Still a good engine, nothing wrong with it. It's going to deliver some decent fuel economy, but gasoline only. One question I get asked a lot about diesel is about diesel oil changes and price and that stuff. It's not that big of a deal. It's really not that expensive, and I can talk more about that in other videos I've done on this 3-liter diesel. But okay, so coming around here, I have the chrome there, mirror caps there, Z setting 1 there, and then we can see the Tahoe is blacked out there. I'll try to cover my mic, it's a little windy out here. There are our wheel differences. You can see the tire tread on that is a lot more aggressive than this tire tread. Makes sense. Suburban there. Now this one's got the automatic deploying running boards. They pop out like this, okay, and then you can see this really nice interior, white. That's pretty interesting. So there is your digital display. That's new for 2025 model year. This interior is all brand new. We have a shifter here, which is easy to use. You pull back and up for reverse, pull back down for drive. The controls there, and then we have wireless charger here. Now there is, if I can remember where the button's at, there's a button that moves this center console back, and I'll think about that for just a minute. Okay, and about the center console, I figured it out. It's up here is a button, and you pull it, and voila, it moves back. You have a storage area, and then the second row passengers have a better access to drink holders. Let me check the Tahoe here in a minute, see if it has the same thing. Okay, inside the Tahoe, yep, same deal. So that moves back there so I can give my kids access to their drinks better. And then I have a cubby hole for like bags and things up front. Really good for nice long road trips. Additional storage here in the cabin. Okay, so I have the digital rear mirror here. Like I said, there's your system. This is a Google Automotive based system. You have wireless charger there, which means by that it works really fast, syncs with things. It's a great system. I've used it quite a bit. Piano black here, which gets a little dirty at times, but a lot of designs like it gives that premium feel. And then we have the kind of fake wood trim there as well. Okay. Pano sunroof in this. This is a package you can add to the Suburban. Come around here. Now the Suburban has 1,442 pounds of payload. I like putting this on all my videos. This is how much cargo you can carry. People, things, purses, bags, gum, how much you can carry inside the cabin, okay? And this tows up to, let's see, 7,900 pounds of max towing, conventional towing. Come around the sides here, okay. We have a new rear seat entertainment system. This one works a lot better. The prior generation, I wasn't very nice. But this one I like. My kids have been put the headphones on, connect right away, they play games, they watch Hulu, it works fine. We have the HVAC controls there. Heated outboard seats. This has become a thing in some luxury trims. So heated outboard seats. We have captain's chairs. You can see where they pull up the slide, pull that, folds down and out of the way. And when we do that, look at that. So we can haul quite a bit of stuff back in here. I'll get in the back, open my handy dandy tape measure out. We'll take a look at that. So we have more white interior. Come around the sides here. Okay, so this is I'm going to back up a little bit. This camera gets a little close for things, but I'll back up, give you this view. And then we have the dual exhaust. Okay, there. Now we do have the glass up top opens and the lift gate down below opens. It's nice because you can open the top glass and get in there, or open the big hatch in the bottom. As we open this, that's going to open. Now this is your cover for your hitch. For towing. It's right back there. So I have a bag which is nice for an example visual, but if I were to take tape measure with my one hand, see how well I can do this. Always a game to film and measure at the same time. Okay, here we go. Took me a minute to get that straightened out, but we have 8 foot is about right there. So I have plenty of room for a 4x8 sheet of plywood. And then let's check the width real fast. On this, I think I'll go about 4 foot wide. Okay, so 4 feet is about right there. So you got plenty of room for a sheet of plywood. You can fit a 4x8 sheet of plywood, which means you can carry a lot of cargo and most everybody you need back here. We do have some cup holders there as well. And these seats auto come up or down by the push button. Second row does not, so you just gotta do it manual. Then we have a power outlet there. So this one, like I said, is about $80,000. Like I said, I haven't checked 2025 pricing yet. It's not out yet, but 80. Over here we have about 80, and we have in the Tahoe. So I'll come around the side here and we'll do the same kind of walk around. So as we said with the Premier, right, we have more chrome in that Premier, and then over here we have more of the black, right? Little chrome there with the tow hooks. We have skid plates down below. Seems like it sits about the same. I don't see one as being taller than the other. but we have the more off-road tires. Tahoe there. This one does have air suspension too. Z71 badging. Air suspension helps for some driving situations, makes it a little bit softer when you hit things, and it levels out the ride in the back pretty nice as well. We have more of your black here. So this is not the white. This is made to be more dirty, and it doesn't show the dirt as bad. So the same interior design. Boom, boom. There's a setup there. HVAC controls, water, and then our setup there. And then we have the panel moonroof there. You can see those controls. And then I don't have a digital rear mirror in this one. So that one is just a normal mirror. The digital rear mirror is nice at night, cuts down glare, and you can see it takes it off the back camera and it shows you what's behind you. You can also do regular mirror if you don't want digital mirror. Turn it on and off by flicking the underside. It's got a little latch on it. And then we have the cushioning here. The big deal for 2025 model year is the seats. The seats. I've been very critical of GM seats in years past. These, much better. Spent a lot of time on these the last couple of days. My butt doesn't hurt. That's huge. No huge butt jokes either. We have the same payload, about 1,497 pounds of payload, and towing is about the same. We have 8,000 pounds of towing, so we're fairly close either way. I know people can say, well, I can tow, it's 400 pounds, this, that, and whatever. I get it, but we're fairly close. Come on the back. My kids, like I said, have been ignoring me, putting headphones on, and watching YouTube and playing games and stuff. They actually hooked up. And the prior generation, you had to log in the Wi-Fi, do all this kind of stuff, pay for everything. I don't like that, but this is set up ready to go. It does work well. You have to do all the steps to make sure it's ready to go. We have the heated outboard seats like we did in the Suburban. Okay, USB's there, HDMI as well, so you can play Xbox. My kid's like, oh, I can play Xbox, Dad, back here. I'm like, yeah. But an Xbox, you have a plug-in, you can play Xbox on the screens. So we have the controls here, same idea with the Suburban. Boom, goes down. What's nice is it slides down too, so it makes it easy to get around. And there's our third row seats, okay? And then we have a little water. Oh, okay, the water doesn't come standard with the Tahoe. You understand this. Water back there. So we come around the sides. We have a little more blacked out, not the chrome. Look, okay? So if you look at the Premier one more time, we see a little slice of chrome there, and we don't have it. Again, I have the cover for the tow hitch there. Dual exhaust, which is a package you can buy. With this comes a single exhaust. So here is our back end, okay? So you can see quickly, not as much room, right? So this bag, the same bag was over there. My seat's against it. If I fold down the seat, in this case, let me just fold down the left rear. Excuse me, left. Fold down that one. Okay, I'll move that one back up. So let's try this one. Okay, so if I look at this, I have 7 feet, okay? So I can't quite fit that 4x8 sheet of plywood back here with the seats down. It's not, it's just a measurement. No, not everybody's carrying plywood with their Suburbans and Tahoes, but no people want to know how much room you have in real life. So if I go across though, I can fit for about 4 feet. So I have about the same distance across. I'm about 1.5 feet shorter in a Tahoe than I am Suburban. So to recap this long-winded video, I know it's getting long. Love the fuel economy of Duramax. I like the Z71. I'm a big off-road. I live in the country. Off-road makes a difference for me. The 1.5 feet of cargo room that you have extra in the Suburban, I'm not going to carry too much about. I don't think it's that big of a deal. For me, I could do a Tahoe all day long. But if you're carrying a family, skiing, adventuring kind of family, I could see the Suburban makes a lot of sense. You can get the Suburban in a Z71 as well, and I believe you can with the Duramax in it. Would you rather? Tahoe? Suburban? If you can fit in your garage, either one, or for the money, or you just gonna go bigger because it makes more sense? What makes sense for you? Interesting thoughts. Think about that, put a comment down below. Also more interesting stuff is up here in the corner. More videos to watch. As always, thanks for watching. I will see you down the road.